Welcome to the Wall Street Aftermarket Report with Jim in Vegas. Hello, Vegas.
Hello, Jim. What's going on? We got a lot of things to talk about today.
Yeah,
I want to start us off by talking about IGC, which we talked about yesterday.
that's
So,
right.
yesterday we said this is one for you guys to keep on a watch. And just a reminder, obviously, we're not licensed advisors, so we're not giving you any recommendations to buy or sell. We're just telling you like what we're into and what we're doing, and it's for you to do your obviously your own due diligence at all times.
Yep.
So this one here in particular, IGC, let's talk about the chart, Jim.
Oh, the chart's beautiful. I mean, we've been watching this. Today I counted 8 days that we've been watching this stock on the breakout, and we've been following it every day. We've been following the pullbacks, and then we've been alerting the supports for 3 days in a row. We've alerted bottom support in this stock. And yesterday we alerted it at 286 and it bounced up and we got in it and then held it overnight. And then this morning, after hours, it broke out, kind of consolidated pre market, then bam, it ran real strong the rest of the day. So uh, IGC has momentum. And every time it has a real good breakout like this, expect a pullback for the next day of consolidation. And then hopefully we continue the path upward. But I'm thinking the pullback on this baby is going to be right around. There's two different support levels. You got the $5 level, and then if that don't hold, it'll come down here to right around 466, and that'll be your ideal to get in this thing. But I'm still bullish on it, just same as Vegas is. Anything else you'd like to say about IGC Vegas?
Well, you know what? I just want to say that for those of you that were watching and following us, please make sure to subscribe to the channel because, I got messages from a few people that actually follow me on StockTwits and said, thanks for letting me know about that. To keep an eye on watch because they banked really nicely today. And not only did we suggest that you keep it on watch, there were many opportunities even during the day that we did alert, that there's a good dip by here around 377, again at 388. And this went all the way over $5. What was the high of the day on that one?
At 549 with a double top, and then
Wow.
it pulled back to the 50 or the 200 SMA at the end of the day on a 1 minute daily chart, which is right around $5, 494. So we're going to keep this
Well,
on close watch tomorrow, and we'll probably post a few charts in the stock twits as we go throughout the day. That's how we're looking at it. And guess what, Vegas?
what?
How would you like to have some of David's tea?
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I love David's tea. As a matter of fact, David's tea, I was thinking, when are they going to make some CBD infused tea leaves? And everyone does know, and if, for those of you that don't know, David's tea is Canadian from Montreal. And the gentleman that started up the company actually used to be the founder of Le Chateau. But those of you that are Canadian know what I'm talking about. So David's tea had run previously, and I talked about this yesterday and even earlier in the week was telling you guys that I was looking to trade this on a reversal play because I noticed on level two that the market makers were looking to put in fake bids and fake sell orders for large sizes because they know that this stock was a good buy around the 225 mark. And although I got in a lot higher, around 245, 249, those are kind of where I've got in
Yep.
at different points. And I'm holding it for the reversal. And all week, it finally made a move today. And let me tell you, people were liking that it finally moved, but they were laughing because they said, "How do you know about the market maker? How do you know the games they play?" But you can see them on the level two if you have data and you guys subscribe to level two. And if you don't have level two, you should make sure you get it. So, anyhow, David's Tea has actually confirmed that they were approached in the past, most recently, I think in the summer, with regards to, some sort of partnerships with some other cannabis companies. However, cannabis is still not legal yet. And, they're thinking about it, but they have also mentioned in, I think, a press release that, they don't know why the stock's running and why it's not. It's basically all speculation at this point. But definitely the chart shows a continuation tomorrow. So for those of you that are not in this stock, you may want to add that one definitely to your watch list and to look for continuation. So I'm looking for the next target of 325. And then down the road, longer term, I'd like to see 4 and then 480. And then I guess if that does happen, because again, we can't all predict where the market's going, although we like to try, we can then reassess it in our next Wall Street update.
Well, there's a couple good interesting things about this. It was 6 pot firms reportedly approached David's Tea. 6 different firms. So there's one of them. They're going to have a bidding war, maybe. I'd like to see that happen. Also, when I pull up the 10-day chart, I noticed that they did have a breakout almost to $6 back last week. So it consolidated 4 days in a row. Now we had a pickup today, and we were talking about it, and other people were talking about it. We know quite a few traders, and so this is on their watch list for tomorrow. And so that's David's Tea. It's interesting. It might be have a bidding war on who wants to contract with them. So let's see what happens. That's just like I said, we don't know yet. The next one, Vegas, is one that we picked up a little late today, but it ran real good. One of the traders alerted it to us, and that was Mosey, MOSY.
Yeah, that one was amazing. I mean, that was alerted also during the day in real time around, I think it was like 64, 65 cents. And I actually didn't trade the stock. And I actually wish that I actually, took a closer look at it because didn't realize that they received a notice of being delisted in the next 30 days if they don't reach the $1 status for a 10-day period. So sometimes when companies get these notices, you'll notice that you'll see some sort of reaction in the stock to hopefully get it to where it needs to avoid being delisted. Doesn't mean it's going to work, but there's always that some sort of action that does happen for some reason. Anyways, it did happen on this stock, and boy, did it run. What
Yeah,
was the high it ran to? I remember I saw it go to 115.
it did. It went to
Holy.
115, right about 157, right about power hour, or yeah, right around power hour. It started bouncing, and it was just a beautiful thing to see. I didn't get in it because I was fumbling around with a couple other trades, and it's hard for me to do 2 trades at a time as well as 3. But this is Mosley. Like she said, it had a delisting letter. They want to get this thing back up $1, and if and I think it can happen. I think it can happen. The momentum's behind it. It's had a little pullback here already. I called a low support after the bounce of around 76. I drew the trend line up, and we were just a penny off of that low support. So keep Mosey on your watch list tomorrow and see how it reacts. See if that breakout today was worth it. But it did get a delisting letter, so put it on the caution side. Next is one of our favorite love to hate stocks. That's NLST. Vegas?
Yeah. So net list, my gosh, today was the first day that this traded on the OTC, over the counter market. And so two interesting things here. So some people unfortunately cannot trade OTC, or the platform they're on, like Robinhood traders, now are a little upset that they can't trade over the counter stocks on that platform. So now that it's gone there, the stock, I was watching it all day because I still have my position. And I thought, okay, let me see what's going to go on with it. And I did notice that the bids were around the 52. And then I thought, okay, let's see what happens. And it actually held there quite a long time. And then it went down to like the 40s. And I thought, okay, what's it going to do now? And it just kept staying there. And then I thought, okay, let me see what happens at 4 o'clock, because every day at 4 o'clock, this stock gets large, big buys from these fat cats, the hedge fund guys. And you know it's them because there's the amount of that the money that's going into one trade, you know it's them. And I was looking at it yesterday at 4 o'clock and there were no buys at all. So I thought, maybe they're waiting to see if people just say, you know what, this stock's the dump. This is going to, crash. I'm going to dump my shares. And then they would get it for a really cheap price in the morning. But, that didn't happen. But they did get a good deal after hours tonight because I watched the tape and I was shocked because, Jim, you alerted it to me.
Yeah.
And you said, Vegas, look at the NLST buys coming in. And I said, oh my God, let me take a look because I always watch it every day at 4 o'clock. And holy crap, there were so many buys. Um, one for over 1.8 million, another one for 200,000 shares. And I'm talking 1.8 million shares. Another one for 300,000 plus shares. I mean, there's a lot of money that went into that stock and above the ask after hours. So, my personal opinion on this is that they're still buying it for as cheap as they can, always probably towards the end of the day, because they're saving this little stock because, if there's a settlement agreement that comes between the lawsuit that this company has with their patents, I mean, this could be a pretty good runner down the road. But again, all speculation, but this is just what I think. And Jim, what do you think?
I think you're right. I think the they had an offering to they got a delisting, or what did they get, a delisting letter, or weren't
They
they,
got they no they were well they were notified
for the
that
OTC thing? Yeah. Okay.
that they were notified either to the delisting or a reverse split.
And they
And they decided that, okay, you know what? We don't want to do a reverse split. So we'll be delisted from NASDAQ. And you know what? We'll just go to OTC market because we will gain compliance down the road. We know, they don't want to dilute the shares, which I explained yesterday, which is a good thing for shareholders that are
Yep.
still holding. And I think that shows strength in the company, as we've talked about. So,
Exactly. That's
you
what
know
I was.
what?
That's what I was going to say. She put the words right in my mouth.
Yeah. So, you
Yeah.
know what? I like when a company refuses to do that and they're not, ashamed to go to OTC.
Yep.
There's a lot of great companies on OTC, as a matter of fact, like ACBFF. And I mean, that eventually is getting uplisted but that's where they started. So,
Yep. Yep.
nothing wrong with sometimes being on the OTC market for now
Yeah.
and
They
then
don't.
going back uplisting.
Yeah.
So, nothing wrong.
This way, they don't have to worry about trying to get it above that dollar again, and they can just continue business as usual.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, we've got one more on the list, and this is another one that I got stuck in yesterday in a halt going up, so my confidence level was real good at it. Then we kind of pulled back to about a dollar, and that's JAGX. Let me hit that in here. And today we said it last night in our video. We said this thing might break out again this morning. If you wanted to get in it early in the morning to do it, so I got in it this morning during the breakout at about 118 and sold it at 130. And then I got stupid and bought back into it thinking it was going to run up more, and it pulled back. So I'm sitting in this baby at a loss right now. I bought some more in my other account at 108, and we're at 106 right now after hours. And so this is JAGX. It's up on good news. It has a good drug for AIDS patients and also for dogs that have diarrhea. One out of every five people with AIDS has diarrhea, so this is some medication that can help them, one out of five. So and they got a big contract for $18 million, and that's JAGX. So I'm in it. I'm sorry that I got stuck in it. I got Vegas stuck in it. Everything happened so fast this morning. I just didn't properly say, after I took that ride up, I should have just waited. I've experienced stupid mistakes like this before and over again, but I'm still in it, so I'm happy where I am, and I think we'll get another rebound. I mean, this ain't a cheap stock. This is ran up before in the past, so I'm confident in it. And that's about it, I think. JAGX. Just wanted to
Yeah,
tell you we
I like
screw up
it too. I
sometimes.
just want to mention I like it too. And like I said, they're going to eventually market and commercialize to Canada and Israel. And I think that, JAGX really at this price, to be honest, if I was an investor, and I have a small size on the stock right now, only because I got stuck in the pullback today. And I just thought, you know what, I'm not going to take a loss on this either because I know that the company and the stock is worth more. So, I mean, it would not make sense for me to take the loss. But, anyways, aside from that, this is a good one, in my opinion, for a longer term hold for people. So, I think if it even dips below $1, that's a good buy. So, just
Yeah.
keep it on your watch. Do your own due diligence, of course, as always. And I think this is all we can talk about tonight. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We will have a new channel ready by next week, and we'll give you all the details on that. And if you guys, again, have any tickers that you want us to talk about in the Wall Street update, please comment below. We'll be happy to do it. And our mission really is to just help everyone out there and learn together. So, on that note, I wish you all a great trading day tomorrow, and it's Friday, so we may be able to find some good opportunities.
Yeah.
So,
If
that's it for
anybody
now.
if anybody out there has a stock Twit account, you can contact Vegas through her Vegas One, and I have the links below at my Twitter account and my stock Twit account. And I just want everybody to hit the subscribe button if you can, hit the like button, hit the dislike button, and I wish everybody a great day tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Keep it fresh, keep it simple. This is Jim, Washboard Jim in Vegas One on the Wall Street Aftermarket Report. And we want to wish everybody a great day. Syra Natra. And one more thing, bingo.